This is the story behind the story of Lombok. I wrote this book after the Jakarta trilogy and before the Bali affair. In the German original, I called it Lügen, lies, as the story is based on the idea that everything the narrator is telling us is a lie, or could be, as he is on the run from the uniforms to retain his freedom on a beach on what is, you guessed it, Lombok. The idea for this story and the basis of the Bali affair came to me in December of 2003, which I spent, and again, you guessed it correctly, with a woman holed up in a cottage on the beach in Lombok. I was dining at the McDonald's in Mataram Mall, devouring a Big Mac, when a bule approached and asked, "Where are you from?" "Germany," I replied. "Me too," he said, and we continued in German. "Where exactly?" "Munich," I said, and he answered, "Me too." We shook hands and started a friendship that lasted till his death in 2007. This bule, for the sake of the story, let's call him Uli, had left the harsh winters of Munich behind, sold his business there, and moved to Lombok to open a hotel right on the beach. To achieve all this, he had to have a local business partner, an Indonesian gentleman whom I have never had the chance to meet, as he went swimming in the Lombok Straits one day, only to never return. See where this is going? When I was writing Lügen, Lombok, I was reading the Raymond Chandler novels and had gotten so much into loving his prose and style that I even bought and read his biography. And I continued with The Postman Always Rings Twice and found that simplicity and straightforwardness of James M. Cain's prose and plot, like Chandler's, something to mirror in Lombok. My edition of Cain's masterpiece is a mere 116 pages, and yet his story catapulted the book into the Hall of Fame of the best novels ever written. Similar to Double Indemnity, it sits right in front of me as I'm writing these lines, and let me check. The story continues and climaxes on 115 pages only. So you can see my experiences in Lombok, the reading of Cain, Chandler, and the simplicity and speed of a plot that carries love and violence, and a way out of the admission of guilt, built the idea of Lombok. Well, if it doesn't appear to be admissible to explain the ideas behind a novel, then bear with me here. Since I have started reading in series a long time back with Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls and Auster's The New York Trilogy, I have been wanting to understand what drove authors to write what they did and how they came up with the ideas for their stories. Stories that brought tears to my eyes and goosebumps to my skin. While this was easy in Hemingway's case, it became much more difficult with Auster. But still, I want to inspire my readers to understand that reality is always an inspiration and a background without which the imagination of an author would fail.